Here's another video of my displeasure with other people who work on these brake boosters and don't know what they're doing. I've taken apart this brake booster and I've got a leather diaphragm with lubriplate, and of course it's been leaking internally, so it's mixed in with brake fluid down there at the bottom. And, isn't that amazing? They do stuff like this. I mean, just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they got the lubriplate slathered all over this leather diaphragm, which, but it's on a vacuum can that has no provisions for allowing for you to put mineral oil in the back of the can to lubricate the diaphragm. That's what the can would have, a fill plug on the back of it like that, so that you can put mineral oil in there and lube the diaphragm. There's a cotton wick behind here that wicks the mineral oil around and lubricates the diaphragm. All right, so this is a leather diaphragm. I had people not believe me when I said this is leather. This is what leather looks like. It has smooth surface and it has flexibility. If you peel it up enough, you can be able to see the leather, the rough textured leather surface underneath there on the other side of the hide. This is what the rubber diaphragm looks like. It's rubber. It's got crisscross pattern in it to hold the permanent lubrication, which is not lubriplate. Anybody who uses lubriplate on automobiles should have their tools taken away from them. Anyway, this is the kind of diaphragm that should be used in a can with no access to filling it with mineral oil for lubricating the leather diaphragm. You'd use a permanent lubricant on this, like a silicone or a Teflon. And you don't use lubriplate on anything on these boosters. And this leather diaphragm is probably reusable. It lasts a lot longer than the rubber ones does. This could be a 50-year-old diaphragm. It's still pliable and still usable if a person gets the lubriplate off of there and soaks it in mineral oil and get it pliable. But of course, you don't have a vacuum can that's designed for a leather diaphragm. So we're going to get a new rubber diaphragm. And while we're at it, the way you can tell if your diaphragm is any good or not, if you look on the side here. Let's see if I can. Okay, so we're looking at the side of the diaphragm. This is called the heel, and this is your lip. And if the heel and the lip are about the same, then this thing is no longer going to do its job. You notice this lip is just barely sticking out in this part right here. There's going to be no ability for this to hold vacuum. So this is that's old and shot, especially after it starts leaking at the back here, leaking brake fluid into the vacuum chamber. So that's my rant for the day.